So thanks everybody for tuning in. Just to give a little bit of background, what I'm actually going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be doing nothing. So I know a lot of people usually like to watch the streams to see me play various games, but because it's Christmas, I've actually got some cool things that I'd like to give away. So what's actually going to be happening is I'm not going to be playing Wheel of Fortune. You guys in the chat are going to be playing it. So what I'm going to do in just a moment is I'm going to put out a quiz question. The first 3 people who give the correct answer are going to be playing Wheel of Fortune in the chat. Now, like the title of the stream suggests, this is going to be for a prize. Now, I think I've got 2 different rounds that I'm going to be able to do. So, the first prize that we're going to give away to the winner of the first Wheel of Fortune game that you guys are going to play is the guys over at Nyko, who are an accessory company based over in, I think it's California. Let me have a quick look. Los Angeles, I apologize. So the guys over at Nyko in Los Angeles got in touch with me because they have just launched the Super Mini Boss. So just putting it there in front so you can all see. So what the Super Mini Boss is, it's a wireless Super Nintendo controller which is designed to be used with the NES Mini Classic. So it's a completely wireless controller. It does include the wireless dongle, as you can see in the back, and this is brand new in box. So the guys at Nyko sent this over to me. I don't have an SNES Mini, and so the winner of the first prize today is this is going to be the smaller of the 2 prizes. So how are you guys going to win this? Well, what we're actually going to do is I'm going to, in just a moment, give a question. So you need to listen carefully. And for those of you that are on a quick internet stream, this is probably going to be a little bit easier. But the first 3 people to give the correct answer, I'm going to enter you as players in the game. You're going to tell me which letters and so on, or play the actual game itself. And whoever wins, this will be coming out to you in the post. So this is open to anybody worldwide. You'll basically win the Super Mini Boss SNES Mini Classic controller. So the first question I'm still thinking of. Okay, so the question to be in with a chance of playing the first game and winning is, in the Banjo-Kazooie series, what is the name of the witch? So the first 3 people to give the correct answer in the chat will be the first 3 players. Okay, Nordbergi. Nordbergi is the first correct answer. Bobby Sharp. And let's have a look. And Chris Wright. So the first 3, don't worry, the spelling wasn't important. Obviously the correct answer is Gruntilda. Bonus points to O-Red, who put Gruntilda Winky Bunyan, which is her full name, but unfortunately just Gruntilda was fine. So the 3 players, we're going to have Nordbergi, who is going to be player 1. Bobby Sharp is going to be player 2, and Chris Wright is going to be the 3rd player. So Nerdbergy, we're going to pick this guy for you. Player 2, which is going to be Bobby Sharp. Let's go for the guy in the suit because that looks quite sharp. And Chris Wright, we're going to go for this unusual looking character here, who looks a little bit like Metal Jesus Rock. So that's what we're going to go with. Skill level, I'm going to change this to easy because I do appreciate, obviously, not everybody has English as their first language. And we're going to go to just a 3 round. So let's get on with the show.
Let's get started with our first puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn.
So the first round is a phrase. This is going to be Nordbergi. So I'm assuming, Nordbergi, that you want to just spin. So I'm going to start things off for you, nice and easy.
Sorry, you lost your
Sorry
turn.
about that. So the first round I'm just going to spin for everybody. So this is the spin for Bobby Sharp. Okay, Bobby Sharp, what do you want to do? Do you want to solve by, you tell me. Okay, Bobby Sharp picked I.
I.
Okay, no I.
I'll spin.
So this is the spin for Chris Wright. Chris, if you want to let me know what you want to do. Chris Wright's gone for the letter E.
E.
No E. Okay, we're back to Nordbergy. I'll give you a spin. Okay, Nordbergy, what would you like to do? Nordbergy's gone for O.
O.
Wow, this is a tough one. Okay, this is a spin for Bobby Sharp. Bobby Sharp, what would you like to do? Bobby Sharp goes for the D.
D.
No D. This is a great start. Chris Wright, here comes your spin. So Chris Wright, what would you like to do? Yeah, Mikey C, it's a good point. This is on easy. It's one of those, I think a lot of the puzzles sort of set from the time, so they may not be as relevant today as they were back when the game was first released. But hopefully Chris Wright's going to give us a letter. Okay, he's gone for H.
H.
Okay, here we go. 2 H's. Which means it is still Chris Wright's go. So I'm going to assume that you want to spin. So Chris Wright, what would you like next? Chris Wright goes for a T.
T.
Okay, 2 T's. Okay, let's give you another spin. Okay, Chris Wright, what would you like to do? Chris Wright goes for the letter R.
R.
No R. So we move back to Nordbergy. So we'll give you a spin. Nordbergy, unlucky. So we're back to Bobby Sharp. Let's give you a spin. Okay, Bobby Sharp, hit me. What do you want to do? Bobby Sharp goes for the letter L.
L.
No letter L. We're back to Chris Wright. Let's give you a spin. Okay, Chris Wright, you're up. What would you like to do? Okay, Chris Wright goes for the letter E.
E.
No letter E. Okay, we're back to Nordbergy. Fingers crossed you may actually get a chance to call some letters on the stream. Finally, okay, Nordbergy, let's have a look. Nordbergy, let me know what you would like your letter to be. Nordbergy goes for the letter S.
S.
Okay, so he keeps control of the board. So we're still with Nordbergy. Nordbergy, what would you like to do next? Nordbergy goes for the... R's already been chosen, Nordbergy. As you can see, it's greyed out at the bottom of the screen, so Nordbergy, give me another letter. Okay, Nordbergy goes for N. That's N for November.
N.
No letter N. Okay, we're back to Bobby Sharp. Let's give you a spin. Okay, Bobby Sharp, you're up. What would you like to do? Anne-Marie Rose, you got it really quickly, but I really appreciate you not giving out the answer in the chat. Keeps things fun for everybody. Okay, Bobby Sharp, no letter A. So we're back to Chris Wright. Chris Wright, you're up. Let's see. Okay, Chris Wright, let me know what letter you would like. Okay, Chris Wright goes for M. M for Mike. No? Okay, so we're back to Nordbergy. Let's hit you with the spin and let me know what letter you would like. So it looks like Nordbergy's had quite a tough game so far, but he's going for the letter K. So let's give the letter K.
K.
Okay, so letter K's there, so the board stays with Nordbergy. Let's hit you with another spin. So Nordbergy, you're up next. And of course, yeah, I'm Gemma. My mistake, yeah, you do actually have to buy the vowels or they'll never show up. So I do apologise. Okay, so Bobby Sharp goes for solve, which is thick as thieves. So let's give that a go. Okay, so I'm going to choose the letter C for you,
C.
because that'll keep you control of the board. And then I'll go to
I'd
solve.
like to solve.
So, thick as thieves. Congratulations. So we have the first winner. Bobby Sharp is the winner of the Super
Here's our
Mini
next
Boss.
puzzle.
What you're going to need
Player
to do
two, it's your turn.
is to go away and send me a private message through YouTube with your name and address. I'll also need your email address and perhaps a cell phone number. It depends which company I use to ship it and whereabouts you're in the world. So that's basically what you'll need to do. Once I've got that, I'll be able to arrange to get that sent over to you, Bobby Sharp. So congratulations. I'm going to make a note. You were the winner. That was for the Super Mini Boss, and that's thanks to the guys over at Nyko. So we'll get that sent out to you as soon as you inbox me your details privately. So you may be wondering, what are we going to do next? So the next prize that I want to give away, this one's a really, really cool, interesting one. Now, for those of you who follow me over on my Facebook page, you may have actually already seen this. So the guys over at Retro Patterns got in touch with me because they've got some pretty cool products. And this is one which I'm actually going to have to take out to show you. So I've got to be careful with this because I don't want to damage the packaging. So this is actually going to be like a star prize. This is going to be 2 prizes in one. So for the next round, again, like the first round, it is open worldwide. So those of you asking in the chat, if you can enter from different places in the world, wherever in the world you are, you have the same chances winning as everybody else does. Of course, this game's in English, so it does help if you've got some knowledge of English. But if not, this is going to be available everywhere. So the next prize. So the guys over at Retro Patterns, they got in touch with me to let me know that they had available a limited edition retro pattern print. Now these are limited. There's only 250 of these that they have made. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult to show on the webcam. So what we've got here, and I'm also going to try not to damage or crease this because it has been stored away in a hard cardboard roll. So you can probably see just there, this is an N64 retro gaming pattern art print sheet. Now this is really, really cool. For those of you that like to have sort of gaming related items. So I'm going to try and get a full shot right there. So this is about A3 size. So it's on really good high quality paper. And it's absolutely perfect for framing. So if you're interested in very cool and limited edition N64 items, then that is a very cool prize to have. If I was in your position, whoever wins this, I would say put it in a frame, put it on your wall because it looks awesome. And I'll also put a link in the description. So if anybody watching this stream, perhaps when I put the full stream up tomorrow for the full recording for people to view who have not been able to go in and watch live with us, I'll put a link in the description as well because you can still buy these. I think they've got a very limited number left. But they are limited to 250 of each. Now that's a cool prize on its own, I feel. Obviously everyone here is big N64 fans. It's got the N64 patent number, which is 5,184,830. So that would be a cool prize, I think, on its own. It would look really good if you got it framed, put it on your wall. It's a perfect, cool, unique piece for anybody who's an N64 fan to have on their wall. However, the guys who sent this over to me to have a look at and to sort of share the news that they have got it available now, they were also really kind as well. So they said that they would get me the Nintendo 64 patent print sent over to me. What they didn't tell me was that they were also going to send me another one. Now, this one is part of the same series. Again, this one is also limited to 250 copies. That's the maximum number they're going to make. So both of these are limited edition, but they've also sent me the one for the Nintendo Game Boy as well. So looking at this, you can see, again, it's the same size, it's part of the same set. But this is a very, very cool piece. So you can see it's very difficult to get a full screen shot because these are quite large. So both the N64 and the Game Boy limited edition patent prints, they're limited to 250 each. I'm going to actually include both of these as the next prize. So the first prize that we've already given away was the Super Mini Boss wireless controller for the SNES Mini Classic. The next prize, and what I feel is a star prize, is both of these are going to be going to the winner of the next game. Now, in terms of who can enter the next game, we're going to have another game of Wheel of Fortune, the one that you can see here on screen. In terms of a question, the question is, what is the name of the main villain in the Starwing/Star Fox series? The first 3 people to give the correct answer in the comments will be the next 3 players who will be playing for these limited edition N64 patent prints. So get your answers in the chat as soon as possible. Okay, Awesome Destroyer, number 1. So Awesome Destroyer is going to be player 1. Mikey C is player 2. And Kazdammit is going to be player number 3. So absolutely tons of people there getting the correct answer. Again, don't worry, spelling wasn't correct. Chris Wright, because you played in the previous game, just keeping things fair. Yeah, as you said there, I appreciate you giving the correct answer, but because you took part in the previous game, we're going to leave the next 3 players. So Awesome Destroyer, you're going to be player 1. Mikey C is going to be player 2. And Kazdammit is going to be player number 3. So like before, let's spin the wheel.
I'll spin!
And let's see who's going to win these 2 limited edition N64 and Nintendo Game Boy patent prints. So, Awesome Destroyer, give me your letter, your first choice. Okay, Awesome Destroyer's gone for a D.
D.
Okay, 2 letter Ds, that means it stays with Awesome Destroyer. Let's give you another spin. Oh, sorry, it goes to, the next player goes to Mikey C. So, Mikey C, what is your letter? In fact, why has it gone on to the next player when you selected the correct? I don't know. Well, actually, we'll stick with Awesome Destroyer because I don't know why. Or will we? I don't know what this is happening. It's been that long since I played Wheel of Fortune. It's highlighting player 2. Mikey C's gone for a letter C.
C.
Which is on the board. Mikey C, let's give you a spin.
I'll spin.
Okay, Mikey C, next letter. Okay, Mikey C goes for A.
A.
Okay, next player is Kazdamit. Do you want to spin? Well, I guess you have to spin because there's no other currency for you to do anything else. Mikey C, sorry, Kazdamit. Hit me up with the letter. Pero del Mal, do I have a complete N64 collection? I do not. I had quite a large complete in box collection, but then I got rid of it. Kazdamit goes for E.
E.
We're out of time. I'll give the wheel one last spin.
What the hell is happening here? This game's going crazy. Let me just pause the game then. So this is back to Awesome Destroyer. So I'll pause the game just so it doesn't time out. So Awesome Destroyer. Kazdamit, it ran out of time. So it switches to the next player, which makes this kind of difficult, but Awesome Destroyer is back in the game, so...
R.
To be fair, it did kind of mess up Awesome Destroyer's first playthrough. So, if anything, we're all kind of equal. So we're still with Awesome Destroyer. What do you want to do? Do you want to spin, buy, solve? Okay, you want to buy an I.
K.
Whoa,
G.
what the hell is this doing?
I.
Crazy. So I don't know what happened there. It looks like for some reason it gave a few letters. So if you want to let me know what you want to do next, it's still with Awesome Destroyer. Okay, Awesome Destroyer goes for B. The letter B for Bravo. In fact, what the heck is this doing? This is... I really have no idea what this is actually doing.
U. H.
Okay, I think what we're going to have to do is just restart this game completely, because this is all going absolutely strangely. Like I've got no idea what this is doing. Okay, let me just restart this. So we're going to stick with the same players, but I think everything was just going really strange there. So let's get a fresh game on the way. So same players, Awesome Destroyers player 1, Mikey C's player 2, Kazdamit is going to be player 3. And I'll set skill level back to easy. Yeah, Noob Scorpion. I don't know what happened there. It's really strange.
Let's get started with our first puzzle.
Okay, so player one, Awesome
it's your
Destroyer.
turn.
Let's spin. Let's get the game underway. Okay, so I'm going to pause the game just so we don't run out of time, or it doesn't time out. So Awesome Destroyer, let me know what you would like, which letter. Okay, Awesome Destroyer's gone for the letter T.
T.
Lots of letter T's. Okay, what would you like to do next? Do you want to spin, buy, solve? Awesome Destroyer's gone for H. So you're going to have to spin.
H.
2 H's, which means the game stays with Awesome Destroyer. Awesome Destroyer, what do you want to do next? Do you want to spin, buy, solve? You're right, you want to buy an E.
I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
2 letter E's. What would you like to do next? Awesome Destroyer wants to buy an A.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Want to buy the letter A.
A.
1 letter A, which means you keep control of the board. So Awesome Destroyer, what would you like to do next? The Awesome Destroyer's gone for the letter F, which means you're going to have to spin. Fingers crossed you don't land on a bankrupt.
F.
No letter F, which means the game passes on to Mikey C. Mikey C, let's give you the option. Mikey C, what would you like to do? Spin or solve? And I'm just going to pause it so you don't time out. So Mikey C, what are you going for? Okay, Mikey C wants to solve. Okay, and what would you like to
I'd
solve?
like to solve the puzzle.
Tell me your answer. The Naked Truth. Congratulations, so Mikey C, you are the winner of the N64 and
Here's
Game
our
Boy
next
Limited
puzzle.
Edition
Player
retro
2,
patent
it's your
prints.
turn.
So what you need to do is, like the first prize winner, you'll need to send me a private message over on my YouTube channel, or basically any other way you can get a private message to me. You need to let me know your real name, your address, including country if you're outside of the UK. What you'll also need to do is let me know your email address and a contact telephone number, because depending on where in the world you are, sometimes for customs or the different delivery companies I use, they sometimes request that just in case they need to get in touch with you about any deliveries. Hopefully these should be with you before Christmas. I would hope so. So congratulations to everybody that has won prizes today. Once I've got your details, I will get those shipped out as soon as possible. So hopefully they'll be with you before Christmas. There will be some more competitions possibly between now and Christmas. So for those of you who keep an eye on my live streams, thank you for tuning in. Likewise, I may also be giving away some game codes for Steam games over on the Facebook page between now and Christmas. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, appreciate your patience whilst we had a few technical problems there with the second game. But again, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be back with a live stream, probably an actual gameplay one very, very soon. So enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend, everybody.